Hi guys, Darrion here with Blue Moon Yoga. Welcome to your virtual 9 a.m. Vinyasa class. It's really great to have you guys here. We're on day 3 of our quarantine here at Blue Moon Yoga, and we're really missing you guys. We hope that this class brings a little bit of normalcy, a little bit of structure back into your life to kind of calm things down in a really hectic time. Before we begin, I do want to remind you guys that our juice bar is open and we have started selling some juice cleanses for you guys to boost your immunity during the, so stop by and pick up some of those. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and get started. We'll go ahead and get started in Shavasana. So you guys can lay back on your back. Shift into that shape. Extend your feet out. Let your spine come a bit wider here. Like the outside edges of the mat, palms come face up. Maybe shimmy the arms further away from you to let the shoulders relax down. Go ahead and close the eyes. And we'll take just a moment to kind of arrive, tune in. As you switch gears, just begin to let the body relax, let it soften. You can begin to switch your attention to your breath. And just observing here, noticing inhales and exhales. Maybe noticing the synchronization of the belly as it rises on an inhale and falls on an exhale. Letting that connection go a little bit deeper, starting to lengthen the breath, finding that oceanic, soft rhythm. So starting to draw those inhales into the count of 4, 5, maybe 6. Pausing at the top and then exhaling, letting something go, something that doesn't serve you. And we'll take a couple more like that. Inhaling in through the nose, filling the belly, letting the chest, the heart space rise. And exhaling, letting it fall. Last breath in. Maybe open the mouth this time. Let the lips seal back up. You just continue breathing. Ujjayi pranayamas in your practice. I encourage you to begin to cultivate that here. So that little restriction that builds at the base of the throat. Take a couple more breaths. See if there's anywhere in your body you can soften. Tune in, just letting go of anything outside of the 4 corners of your mat. Begin to bring a little bit of life into your fingers, maybe into your toes. You can begin to blink the eyes open or maybe even keep them shut if that feels good. Start to invite some movement into your wrists and into your ankles, just slowly waking the body up. And on your next inhale, go ahead and reach the hands all the way up above head. Start to point through the toes, start to reach through the fingertips. Big breath in. And as you exhale, pull just the right knee into the chest, finding wind removing pose. Interlace web to webbing grip in front of the right shin. Pull the right knee, okay. Relax the back of the neck into the mat, maybe the chin into the chest slightly, and start to move through the rear. Walk It's released in. Point through the toes, extend the leg all the way up to the sky. Catch the back. 1, release the shoulders down. Start to elevate the left heel up off of the mat. Shoulders to relax out to the side. So that you guys are still at an L. Just the left heel is hovered this time. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, this left elbow is going to crunch across body to the right knee. Go ahead, inhale, release down, and exhale, crunch up. 3 more, inhale, exhale. 2 more, exhale. Keep the chin away from the throat, last one, and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the shoulders, release the ankle. Go ahead and interlace the hands back at the back side of the calf and give that leg one more squeeze towards your face. Relax the shoulders down. Bring the left hand to the outside of that right foot. You can tee the right arm out to the side. And as you exhale, find a supine twist with that right leg nice and long, bringing it all the way across the body to the left side. You can relax the shoulders down. Maybe see if it feels okay to shift the gaze toward the right side. If this is too intense, you can always find a bend through this right knee. Otherwise, we stay energizing out through that right heel. One more deep breath in. Full breath out. Use your inhale and the strength of the core to come back through center. And on an exhale, we'll go ahead and release that right leg all the way long to meet the left. Beautiful job. Inhale, bring that left knee back into the chest. Find your wind removing pose. Webbing to webbing grip along the front of the left shin. Relax the chin into the chest, lengthen along the back side of the neck, and move through the left ankle. Use the strength of the arms to find that compression through the left hip, that slight pinching sensation. And then we'll go ahead and release the shin, grab the back of the thigh, extend through this left leg. You can move again through the ankle, circles, calf burrs, clockwise and counterclockwise. And then we'll begin to walk the hands further up the back side of the leg, pulling that leg a little bit closer towards you. And stay here, breathe. As you energize through that left heel, keep pulling the shin closer towards your face. We're gonna start to lift, peel the shoulders up off of the mat. Flex the right toes back towards you. Maybe elevate the back of the leg slightly off of that, and then bring the hands to the back side of the head. Interlace the fingers, flare the elbows out to the side. We're gonna hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release down. Keep the left leg extended out through the heel. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, cross body crunch, right elbow to the left knee. Beautiful. Inhale, lower down. And exhale, cross body. 3 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, lower down. And as you exhale, hold. 10, 9. Maybe pick that right heel up off the mat. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release down. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring your hands to the back side of the left leg. One more time. Give it one more squeeze towards you. Open up in that left hip a little bit more. And then bring the right hand to the outside of the left foot. Release the left arm out to the side. Go ahead and open up across the body. Supine twist. Maybe bend through that left knee. It feels a little bit more comfortable. See if you can shift the gaze to the left side. Close the eyes. One more deep breath in. Full breath out. Using your next breath in, use the core strength, come back through center. And release that left leg long to meet the right. Beautiful. Inhale, bring the knees into the chest, one at a time. Stay here, releasing the low spine. Take a deep breath in and out if you need. And then in your own time, we're going to begin to rock and roll up and down the length of the mat. So taking 3, 4, 5 good rocks, building some momentum. And once you've built some momentum, we're going to go ahead and rock forward, rock over the heels, and make your way into tabletop position. If that's not available, just sweep your legs to the side and make your way there however is comfortable. Meeting here in tabletop. Take a moment to stack the shoulders over the wrists, the hips over the knees, the belly pulls in and up. So long line of energy from the crown of the head to the tailbone. Let's step the left knee in just a moment, or just a smidge, and then extend out through the right heel. So flex the toes back towards you to help you keep your right hip in line with the left. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, bring the knee to the nose, round through the upper spine, hollow out the body. Inhale, extend back through that right heel. And then as you exhale, chaturanga, push up, elbows squeeze to the ribs as you lower the chin to the mat. Inhale, press up. And as you exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend out through that right heel. Exhale, chaturanga push-ups. Inhale, press back up. And exhale, crunch. Last one. Inhale, extend. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, press all the way back up. And this time, just drop the right toes to the back of the mat. Start to push back through that right heel. Feel that little stretch through the back of the calf. Maybe drop the head heavy straight down to the mat. Big breath in. Full breath out. We're gonna ground this right foot down at a 90-degree angle so the toes point to the right side of the room. As you inhale, sweep this right arm all the way up to the sky. So finding that modified side plank, squeeze the hips, push them toward the front of the room. Really use the obliques to lift the hips higher. Maybe lift the right toes up off the mat if you'd like to take it further. And we have the option to bind, reaching behind you for the outside edge of the right foot. Catching the foot in the hand and then kicking the foot into the hand to help drive the back bend, open the heart. Release with control. And then let the right toes fall to the back of the left leg, modified wild thing, pushing the hips up to the sky, finding that back bend, that arch. And we'll make our way back to tabletop. Right hand finds the earth, right knee meets the mat. Beautiful, let's take some cat and cow. So reset your alignment if you need. And then on your inhale, drop the belly low. Lift the chest, lift the tailbone, lift the gaze. Exhale, squeeze out every last bit of air, navel to spine, chin to chest. Breath to movement connection. Inhale, belly drops down, heart lifts. Exhale, squeezing out every last bit of air from the lungs, push into the hands, tops of the feet, navel to spine. Couple more, start to move at your own breath pace. So your inhales, your exhales guide you. And if there's any organic movement that feels good during this time, any movement outside this structure, painting outside the lines, it's always welcome to you, always encouraged. Just moving for the full length of an inhale, full length of an exhale. Let's take maybe 1 or 2 more rounds. And we'll meet back into neutral tabletop position. Step the right knee in an inch, extend back out through the left heel. Flex the toes back down towards you. Take a deep breath in through the nose, same thing on the opposite side. As you exhale, crunch, knee to nose, round through the spine. Inhale, extend back. And as you exhale, chaturanga push up, elbows to ribs. Inhale, press up. Exhale, crunch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, last one. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend through that right heel. Elbows graze the ribs as you lower. Inhale, press up. And then exhale, just drop the toes to the back of the mat. Head drops heavy as you push through the palms. Feel the lengthening along the back side of that left leg here. Spin the toes down at a 90-degree angle. They'll point toward the left side of the room. Inhale, float the left arm up. Modified side plank. Squeeze through the hips, through the glutes, lift through the obliques. Maybe lift the left toes. Firing up through the core. And maybe we take that bind. Left hand reaches for the outside of the left foot. Kick that foot into the hand to help drive this back bend. Keep looking up to the sky. Full breath in. As you exhale, release, avoid slingshotting that left foot. And then step that left foot behind you. Arch through the spine, lift the hips. Modified wild thing. Exhale, make your way back to tabletop. Left hand, left knee meets the earth. Realign the spine if you need. Spread wide through the fingers. We're gonna tuck the toes under here and lift our hips. Find your first downward facing dog. So here in downward facing, feel free to move, feel free to pedal, right, left, right, left. Back through center. And exhale, forward fold. Bend through the knees if you need for a flat back. Catch the floor. Good. From here, we're going to bring the hands to an interlace grip at the small of the back. Start with palms squeezed together. Take that little micro bend in the knees if you need. And on an exhale, we're going to let the hands be heavy. Let them fall overhead for that heart opener. Breathing here. If you need to maybe straighten one leg, open the shoulder, and straighten the opposite leg. Just moving through whatever feels good for you here. This is your home practice, so really just make it whatever it is that you need. We'll bring our body back through center. Bring the palms of the hands back to the small of the back. Let them slide all the way down the legs. Catch the floor, heel toe your feet together. On an inhale, let's shift all the way to the toes, find a halfway lift, navel pulls in, keep the gaze down. And as you exhale, fold a little deeper. We're gonna do 2 more like that. Full breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, full breath out. Last one, inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, release. Root down through the feet. Inhale, come up, reverse swan dive, or maybe round through the spine, whatever's more comfortable for you. Grow out of the waist. And exhale, fold forward. Moving through sun salutations A together. Inhale, find halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the right foot back. The left will follow the right back to your high plank. The navel pulls in and up here. Work back through the heels. Inhales, inch forward. Drop the knees if you need to modify. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Elbows graze the ribs. Inhale, let's start with lower. Facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, bend through knees, look forward. Step the right foot forward. Left follows the right to forward fold. Drop the head. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold deeper. Root down, inhale, rise through flat. Exhale, hands plant to the mat. Step the left foot back this time. Right follows the left for high plank. Navel pulls in. Inhale, inch forward. Exhale, halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, lower high, upward dog if you feel ready. Shoulders back. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing. Full breath in. Full breath out. Bend through knees, look forward. Left foot steps forward. Right follows the left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Root down into your feet. Inhale as you rise. Maybe taking that little back bend as you push the hips forward, lift through the heart. Exhale, fold, hinge from the hips. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands plant. Walk, step, or hop. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold deeper. Root down into your feet. Inhale, rise. Last round together. Maybe take that back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Keep the gaze toward the mat. Exhale, hands plant. Walk, step, or hop back. High plank. Flow through your chaturanga. And we'll meet back in downward facing dog. To the toes. Drop the knees to the mat, hips to heels for just a moment. Child's pose. Stretch the arms out in front of you, bring the forehead to the mat. So now's a good time. Wipe some sweat, sip some water, make any adjustments to your space that you need at home, and just come back to your body for a moment. Breathe in through the nose, and out through the nose. Opening up the mouth for those exhales. And coming back to our body. We'll be here for about 3 to 5 more breaths. See if you can soften, release. And stay here in child's pose if you need another moment. Catch up when you're ready. If we're ready to move on, let's go ahead and shift forward through that tabletop. Tuck your toes and lift your hips all the way back up to downward facing dog. Here in downward facing dog, find your root, find your alignment, that press through your hands, that hike in the tailbone. Root down into that left foot. Inhale, reach the right foot up to the sky. Lower the left knee, top of the foot. Squeeze the inner thighs together. When you're ready, inhale, rise for low lunge. Draw the shoulders back away from the ears, open up the chest. Press into that right foot slightly to tuck the tailbone, and then go ahead and sink deeper into the hips. Breathe in. And as you exhale, hands to heart center. Press the hands into each other to help open up the chest. And take an inhale here. Exhale, take this prayer twist to the left side, left or right, left elbow to the right side, I apologize. Left elbow hooks on top of the right knee. Go ahead and press the hands into each other to peel the belly up off of the thigh, energize out through the crown of the head. In your next inhale, open the arms up to a T, left arm down, right arm up, energize out through the fingertips. Deep breath in. And then as you exhale, cartwheel the hands back so that the right hand floats back to the left leg. Left hand reaches back behind you, opening up the heart, reversing this low lunge. And as you exhale, keep the arms in a T, left hand down, right arm up. Find this low lunge twist. Beautiful job. Exhale, right hand floats down. Tuck the left toes under, send this right leg all the way back to three-legged dog. Lower the right leg down or take this vinyasa maybe with the right leg lifted. Option to skip a vinyasa entirely if it doesn't feel good. We'll meet back in downward facing. Ground down through right foot. Inhale, left foot floats up. Energize out through that right heel and then let the hip open up. Let that left heel be heavy. Let it fall toward the right edge of the mat. Lift up through the knee, open the hips more. Maybe move through the knee, the ankle, lubricate the hips. And then we'll square the hips back off. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, send it to the top of the mat, in between the two hands. Nice quiet landing as you drop the right knee down, top of the foot. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Squeeze the inner thighs together, tuck the tailbone, draw the lower ribs in, and then sink deeper into the hips. Shoulders draw back. Exhale, hands to heart center. Press the hands into each other to help you open and lift in the chest. And exhale, prayer twist to the left, time this side. So right elbow presses into the left knee as leverage to help you twist and peel the belly up off the torso. Squeezing inner thighs together. Go ahead and open up to a T. Right hand down, left hand up this time. Maybe shift the gaze up past the left fingertips. And as you exhale, cartwheel the hands back. Left hand catches the back of the right leg. Right hand reaches behind you. Reversing this. And exhale, hands and stay in a T. Right hand down, left hand up. And exhale, left hand down. Tuck the right toes behind you. Send this left leg all the way back to three-legged dog. Option to lower that leg down or take this flow with the leg lifted. Back and downward facing dog, we meet. 3 breaths here, in through the nose, pedal out through the feet if you need. We're gonna mentally prepare for that same sequence, but we're gonna spice it up just a little bit. So root down into that left foot. Inhale, reach the right leg high. We're gonna prepare for 3 core planks here. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, crunch, shoulders over wrists, knee to nose, round through the spine. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch, hold, hover, and set the right foot between the hands. Lower the back knee down, top of the foot. Inhale, rise, low lunge. Good, really grip down into that right foot. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Inhale here. Listen up, because as you exhale, you're gonna shift back through the hips. Flex the right toes back towards you. Sweep the hands behind you. Inhale, bend back into that right knee. And exhale, crunch back. Beautiful, move with the breath. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, this time as you inhale, lift up. And as you exhale, shift back. Go ahead and catch the floor. We're gonna lift the chest on an inhale, grow out through the crown of the head, and then exhale, fold deeper over that right leg. Really pull that right hip back and up, plugging it back into its socket. Let's take another deep breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, bend back into that right knee, knee over ankle, and inhale, arms sweep back up. Exhale, hands to heart center, and prayer twist back to the left side, or right side, goodness. Press into the hands, lift the heart, the chest off of that right thigh, and inhale, open the arms up to a T. Deep breath in. As you exhale, cartwheel the hands back, reverse this, left arm back, open the heart. And exhale, keep the T in the hands, cartwheel them down, left hand down, right hand up. This time, tuck the left toes under, fire up that leg, squeeze the inner thighs together. Breathe in, breathe out, rock onto the outer edge of that left foot. You can take a couple of small steps, or in one fluid step, take this right foot back to side plank. Stack or stagger the feet, the choice is yours. Breathe in, breathe out. And we'll take this into wild thing. Step that right foot behind you. Lift the hips, arch the spine, trace the gaze past the right fingertips. Exhale, back to three-legged dog. Right leg lifts up. And take your chaturanga flow. Maybe lower that right leg down, maybe flow. We'll meet back in downward facing. Hope you guys are warming up at home a little bit. We're gonna flow through that sequence on the opposite side. Right foot down, inhale, left foot up. 3 core planks, so inhale. Exhale, shoulders over wrists, knee to nose. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. This time hold, hover, and then step it down. Good, drop the back knee down, untuck the toes. Inhale, arms sweep up. I know I'm working up a little bit of a sweat. Deep breath in. Exhale, hips shift back. Flex the toes back towards you. Hinge over the hips. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Let the hips sink lower. Exhale, shift back. Last one, inhale, lift. This time as you exhale, catch the floor as you shift back. Pull the toes back towards you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hinge. Let the head be heavy. Maybe see if you can let the forehead touch the left shin. Drop the chin into the chest. Good, inhale, ground back down into that left foot. Arms sweep up to low lunge. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Prayer twist to the left. Elbow hooks on the knee. Press into that elbow to lift the belly. Open up the arms to a T. Exhale, cartwheel them back. Left hand back, right hand opens up the chest. Slight back bend. Exhale, cartwheel down, right hand down, left hand up. Tuck the right toes under, fire up that leg. And then maybe take a couple baby steps or one solid swoop. Left foot back, side plank. Stack or stagger. Left foot back, open. Wild thing. Lifting the hips, arching the spine. Seeing if one day you can take the left fingertips to touch the earth. Back to 3-legged dog. Left leg lifts up. And take your flow. Downward facing dog. Come up onto toes. Drop down to your knees. Child's pose. Again, taking this moment for you. Taking whatever it is that you need, wiping sweat, sipping water. I know this class isn't a hot, heated class, so it may be different than what you're used to, but using your imagination, maybe heating things up a little bit. And come back to the breath. And stay here for maybe another 3 to 5. Maybe rock the forehead right and left on the earth. Just encourage the whole body to soften back down. And on your next inhale, if you're ready to move on, go ahead and lift off through your tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. So finding ourselves back in downward dog, lift through the hips, press the hands, the palms into the earth to press the chest toward the thighs. Stay active here. Root down into that left foot, inhale, the right leg lifts. And as you exhale, step it to the top of the mat. Use some control, some core strength, quiet landing. Ground the back foot down at a 45-degree angle. And then when you're ready, inhale, rise, Virabhadrasana 1. So sink down into that right knee, knee over ankle, left hip comes down and forward. 2 hips are in one line, so if you need to bring the hands to the hips to help square yourself off, check your alignment, that's always a good idea. Bring the pinky fingers in so that the palms face the back of the room. Draw the shoulders back, inhale. And then as you exhale, release the hands to the small of the back. Find an interlace grip here, webbing to webbing. Take an inhale, pull the fists down toward the mat, open the heart, the chest, look up. And then as you exhale, go ahead and hinge from the hips, humble warrior, right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. So keep bending deeply into the right knee. Let the arms fall overhead if it feels okay. Keep the legs active and strong. Core is engaged. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, release the hands. Let them fall to frame this right foot. And then we're gonna pivot low, pivot the right toes toward the left side of the room, come into wide leg forward folds. So widen your stance if you need. Pretend that you can peel your mat apart with the outer edges of your feet. Let's inhale to a halfway lift, find length in the spine. And then exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Maybe walk the hands between the legs, or grab for the outer edges of the feet or the big toes for a more active grip. You can use the strength of your arms to pull the crown of the head down toward the earth. Keep pressing down through the heels, lifting through the hips, finding the length along the back side of the legs. Breathe here. And we'll bring the hands back to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And then as you exhale, we're gonna shift all of the weight into this left foot. Come into Skandasana on the back side of the mat. So draw the right toes back towards you. Lift through the heart, lift through the chest. If you don't need your hands on the mat for balance, hands come to heart center. Stay here and breathe. We'll take a simple twist, left hand down, inhale, right arm up, open the heart, open the chest. If this little bind is in your practice, you can bring the left hand in front of the left shin and bring the right hand behind you. Maybe find that interlace grip through fingers. If you make any connection through hands, just draw that right shoulder back, open the heart, look up. And we'll release. Hands come back to heart center, lift the chest. And we're gonna make our way back to Skandasana along the front side of the mat. So bringing the hands to the earth if you need for support, or maybe staying nice and low, pivoting without hands, making our way all the way to the front side. Pull the left toes back towards you. Settle into the hips here. Breathe. And right hand down. Inhale, left hand floats up. Finding that twist, that open heart. Maybe taking the bind. Listening to your body. We've been going through lots of stress, lots of chaos lately. So if something doesn't resonate, if you feel resistance, just back away. And release, hands to heart center. Beautiful, bring the hands to the mat. Pivot all 10 toes toward the front edge. Hands frame this right foot. And we're gonna step this right foot all the way back to three-legged dog. Beautiful, flow, right leg lifted or lowered. And we'll meet back in downward. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale with control, step it to the top of the mat. Quiet landing. Ground the back toes down at a 45. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. Rise with control, rise with strength, and then settle into the legs. Maybe bring the hands to the hips to square them if you need. Tuck the tailbone under. Draw the lower ribs down toward the pelvis to help hollow out the front of the body. Deep breath in, open the heart, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, release the hands. Interlace grip at the small of the back. Take an inhale, open the heart, open the chest, look up. And then exhale, fold forward, left knee, or left shoulder to the inside of the left knee. Really keep bending into that left knee. Energize out through the out of the right foot, outer edge of the right foot. If it feels okay on the shoulders, arms are falling overhead. If it's too intense, hands can stay at the small of the back. Another deep breath in. And exhale, release the hands. We're gonna pivot to the inside right edge of the mat. So wide leg forward folds. And I'll flip around back this way. So again, outer edges of the feet are like you're peeling your mat apart. Maybe widen your stance a bit deeper this time around. Again, we'll inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Going for a different variation, or maybe going deeper into the same one you found last time. If an inversion is in your practice, maybe a headstand from here, and you feel like you can confidently get into it, there's no better time than in the privacy of your own home. So maybe supported, or tripod, whatever's more comfortable. Beautiful job, Brittany. And breathing. Inversions can slowly begin to descend. You can take some more playtime after class if that feels good. Inhale, we'll all come back into that halfway lift. And then as you exhale, find Skandasana along the back side of the mat. Use your hands to the mat if you need, and then bring the hands to heart center, lift the chest, draw the right toes back towards you. Stay here, and we'll take that little twist. Hand down, right hand up. Stay here, maybe bind. And we'll come back to center. Maybe challenging yourself for that hands at heart center transition. Take a deep breath in. Use your exhale to stay low, pivot. Settle in, lift the heart, and then find your open twist. Maybe take that bind. And back to hands at heart center. Hands meet the earth. Pivot all 10 toes to the front of the mat, and then step that foot back to downward dog. Left leg lifts up, and take your Vinyasa flow. Back into downward facing. Beautiful. Inhale, reach that right leg high. Allow that hip to open up one more time. Right foot is heavy, it falls to the left edge of the mat. Take a deep breath in, preparing for fallen triangle. So as you exhale, shoulders over wrist, draw the right knee toward the left elbow, and then kick that leg all the way out to the left edge of the mat. Ground down through the outer edges of the feet. As you inhale, lift the left arm high. Keep lifting in the hips, use the strength of the obliques. And exhale, left hand down. Bring that right hand forward, let's step it down for pigeon. Settle down into the hips. Extend that left leg nice and long behind you. Take a look, make sure we have hips, knee, ankle all in one line. Flex the right toes back to protect that right knee joint. Let's take an inhale, we'll walk the hands back, lift the heart, the chest, maybe find a little back bend, drop the head. And then as you exhale, lower down. Sleeping pigeon. Maybe creating that little pillow with your head for using your hands. We also have the option to thread the needle here. So bringing this left arm and threading it underneath the right armpit so that the left shoulder, cheek, ear rests on your mat. Just helping you to twist through the spine and get a little bit deeper through that right hip. Breathing through whatever sensations arise. So if we've decided to go through that, thread the needle. Right hand extends out in front of you, and the left hand threads under. Allow the eyes to close here. Allow yourself to come back to the four corners of your mat if your mind has wandered. Come back to your breath. Big inhales into the nose. Fill you full of all that good energy, all that love and light. And use your exhales to release. Let go, ground down. Let's go for another 3 breaths. Asking yourself here in your final breaths, how you can serve this posture better. So for some of us, that may be going deeper for the last breath. For some of us, that may be giving ourselves permission to back away. Maybe we've reached our edge, maybe we've slipped past it. When you're ready, begin to press back into your hands, lifting the shoulders back up over the hips. Tuck the left toes behind you, press the weight into the hands, and then send this right leg all the way back to downward facing dog. Pedal the hips if you need here, right, left, right, left. Good. Ground down through that right foot. Inhale, left foot floats high. Allow the hip to open. Foot falls toward the right edge of your mat. Knee is heavy. And we're going to prepare for that fallen triangle. So take a deep breath in here. As you exhale, we're going to crunch that knee across the body toward the right elbow. Kick that leg all the way out to the right side of the mat. Ground down through the outer edges of the feet, and then inhale, lift the right arm up. Engage through obliques, through hips, really push through the outer edges of the feet. Deep breath in. And exhale, right hand down. Step this left foot forward for pigeon. And lower down into the hips. Keep the hips squared. Draw this right hip forward, left hip back slightly. Flex the left toes back towards you. And then begin to lift the chest. Walk the hands back. Open the chest, open the shoulders, look up, maybe drop the head. And exhale, walk yourself down, crawling yourself into your deepest expression of your sleeping pigeon. Maybe for you it's forearms or deeper. Knowing that usually one side feels different than the other, so just being aware and being okay with wherever your body lands you. Maybe threading the needle through if it feels right on this side. Come back to the breath. See if you can slow the breathing back down to that oceanic, smooth, rhythmic tone. Welcoming any audible open mouth sighs. Just releasing anything that you may be holding on to as we near the end of class, helping you to be weightless for your final Shavasana. Let's go for another 3 breaths here. Making any adjustments that you may need. And on your next inhale, begin to press back into the palms, walking the hands back towards you, lifting the chest back over the hips, waking up this sleeping pigeon. From here, all of our weight is going to shift onto this left hip bone. We're going to go ahead and swing this right leg forward and around. We're going to come into cow face pose, so stacking the right knee over the left knee. 2 knees in one line, ideally. If we have any difficulty getting into this posture, especially if we have open hips, we can always shift forward, get the 2 knees over one another that way, and then sit back onto our seat bones. Toes flex back slightly, especially if you have any pre-existing knee conditions. Inhale, arms sweep up. And then as you exhale, go ahead and just hinge forward. Let the hands meet the earth. And just round through the upper back. Drop the head heavy. Maybe one day the chin or the forehead comes to meet the knees. Inflating along the back side of the body on the inhales and releasing through the hips on the exhales. Your next inhale, go ahead and walk your hands back up. Restacking the vertebrae. Bring the hands behind you, just like kickstands, and we'll switch the cross in the legs. So bringing the right leg underneath the left, restacking knee over knee, maybe shifting forward and then sitting back on your hips if you need. Toes flex back towards you. Inhale, arms sweep up. And then as you exhale, fold forward. Catch the floor. If you need to press the hands into the earth to reground your seat bones, you can. Found that round in the upper spine as you just passively hang heavy over the legs. Inhaling, begin to press back into your hands, restacking the shoulders over the hips. Bring the hands behind you, and then shift back on your seat bones, uncross the legs, stack both of the feet into the mat, and we'll take a moment here to windshield wiper, right, left. Release any tension that you may be holding on to in the hips that may have accumulated. And then from here, we'll go ahead and sit ourselves up. Bring the soles of the feet together. You can maybe shimmy the heels a little bit closer towards your hip points, or if you'd like to get into the outer edges of the hips, you can always walk the feet away. Take an inhale, lift through the chest, the crown of the head, and then as you exhale with hands wrapped around the outer edges of the feet, begin to pull yourself forward. Stretching out through the crown of the head, and when you can't hinge from the hips anymore, then you can release, you can round, let the toe or the nose or the forehead come toward the toes. And feeling this deep stretch through the hips. And one more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Start to press back up. Coming back through neutral spine. Beautiful. And we'll bring the hands behind us. We're gonna slowly begin to just walk ourselves back all the way onto our spine, coming into Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly. So soles of the feet are together, knees fall open. You can bring the hands out to the sides, or maybe a hand to a heart, a hand to the belly. And we'll be here for a couple breaths. Come back into the inhales and the exhales. As you begin to mentally prepare for your final Shavasana, see if there's anything else as you rest down here that you can let go of, any tension that may have accumulated, any stress over the last couple of days. You have the option to stay here for final Shavasana. Maybe we enjoy this shape, the opening that we find. If we would prefer to extend our legs out, and we can go ahead slowly, one at a time, just lengthen through one leg and through another. Maybe open the legs up a little bit wider, allow the toes to fall out heavy to the sides, palms are face up. And just come back into the body. Return back to the four corners of your mat. Let go of anything else. Release Ujjayi breathing, any control that you had. Final Shavasana. This is the time in your practice where you guys get to reap all the beautiful benefits. And in a time of so much chaos, I know it's needed. So this is where I leave you. Please take as much time as you need. Bring any props into the mix, dim the lights, get comfortable, and enjoy your Shavasana. I hope you guys have a beautiful Thursday, and we'll see you back later today or tomorrow for your next class. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.